Why not choose to be happy, to be stressless? And now let's talk about some of the things that cause stress in our lives. And we've all been through some of these things I'm going to mention. One of the ways to relieve stress is they say get a pet. Who has a dog? Who has a cat? You can leave. Okay. For those cat people, don't make them mad. They're like, you know, we love our kitties. But there is a difference between cat people and dog people. Now, I have a dog, and I named her Scoots because that's what she does across the carpet all day. You know that? You know what I'm talking about? Do you doctors have a cure for this? And now, I swear, she does it when people come over. Like she'll all day, she won't do it, and the doorbell will ring, and she'll just start going like that. And Berber carpet is a trip to Hawaii for her. So I didn't know what was wrong. You know, I didn't know. I call up my friends, you know, they say, Diana, you got to take your dog to the vet because there's something wrong with her. And I said, take her to the vet. The vet examines her. The vet says, your dog has hemorrhoids. How can your dog have hemorrhoids? And then he goes, here's some ointment. So I put it on the carpet. This is what I want you to understand today. Everything I tell you is true. Your life is funny if you pay attention to your life. Things happen, and you have to look at them from a different point of view than from what you're used to looking at it. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's awful. But, you know, a lot of people ask me, you know, what it was like to be on Oprah. And, you know, it was so great to be. I would love to get back on Oprah, and I think there's a really good chance of that with this, because she was already interested in having me on again, talking about the healing power of laughter. And now that this has happened, you know, it's an important message, again, for all women. And she asked me, she said, what do you think, if you had to pick one of the silliest things that women do, what would it be? And I said, well, it would have to be at the gynecologist's office. Last article of clothing we always take off in there is what, ladies? Our panties. And we always fold them up. And what do we do with them? We hide them. How many women hide their panties? By applause. Who hides them? Look at the women. You didn't even know other women did it, did you? I heard him coming once. I put mine in a plant. I don't know where they are now. Because men would never do that. Men would never hide their shorts at the doctor's office, would you, men? No. They just wiggle out of them and try to kick them on the doorknob. Yeah! 3 points. Such a stud. And menopause, I have to talk about menopause because, oh my God. God help us. Talk about global warming. You know, in 4 years, 44 million women in this country are going to be in menopause. Men, start your Prozac now. This, you know, when I started, now this is a while ago, but I started early. I started in my 40s, and I didn't know what was wrong with me. I just thought I was losing my mind. You know, all I knew was I hated everybody. Everybody certainly hated me. and I went to my OBGYN, which, have you ever noticed how that sounds like a character from Star Wars? Excuse me, OBGYN. I believe your wife has the Wookiees. And my OBGYN's name is Dr. Wong. Now, white people see, they think that's funny. But I loved it all the time because I could always say, Dr. Wong, you're not white. And he could say, Dr. Wong ain't white. So I go in there and I'm like, I'm sweating, I'm miserable, I hate everybody, and I said, Dr. Wong, what is wrong with me? Because I learned this language. Because it's Los Angeles, you have to be bilingual. So he examines me, and everything, and he says, oh, you in mini paw. I'm in whose paw? You in mini paw. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. That was about the best medical opinion I'd ever heard. And to this day. So then I asked him, I said, well, does this mean I can't have children? Not that I wanted any. I've been to Chuck E. Cheese. The noise factor alone will sear your fallopian tubes right in half. I went in there for a pizza, I came out with a hysterectomy. Horrible. And so I'm like, well, can I have kids? And he says to me, again, pay attention to your life. You can't make this stuff up. He says, your ego old. I'm worried about a couple of crow's feet. I didn't know I had an old egg. I'm thinking, I needed my sister there to write those notes down now. I said, you get my egg old? You old egg woman. I started to cry. I just couldn't believe it. I thought, well, how old are my eggs? They have facial hair age spots on them. Have they fallen and can't get up? Some sperm comes knocking down there. Oh, don't let him in. We lost Helen that way. I think we all worry about the future, but I got it. Oh, now my earrings in it. But I think women worry about the future more than men do. And I know we worry about getting older and being alone, and is there going to be any Social Security left for us? I'm taking mine when I hit 62. I'm taking that sucker. And they're telling us now that we may have to work up into like our 70s. Is there anybody here like me that does not want to work now? So I got to thinking, well, if I have to work, what am I going to do? And I thought, well, I guess I could be some old lounge comedian in Vegas. I won't even be good enough for Vegas. I'll be in Terre Haute. But I think if I do have to work and I'm, it's like, it would be like a Friday night now. In Terre Haute, at the Elks Club. Comedy karaoke night for senior citizens. And I'm old, I got that lipstick drawn way up here. Pink, blue, green eyeshadow on, look like a rainbow trout. Old eggs. Really old eggs. So by then I would have changed my name to something more exotic like Miss Pepper. Still don't have any feeling there. mammogram the other day. You know your health insurance is bad when they send you to Kinko's. I stayed home, they took my boobs over in a taxi. Tried that new diet where you eat naked in front of a mirror. That caused a riot at McDonald's. I didn't know that clown could frown. I'm not getting older. I'm listening to the Stones now. I'm passing them. So I have a new insignificant other in my life. Somewhere there's a village without an idiot. And he's all upset because he's losing his hair. You know, he uses that hair growth stuff, that minoxidil. Every night makes me kiss him up there for good luck. He's not getting any more hair. I'm getting a hell of a mustache. Can you see that? You know, I got a letter from a young girl. You know, because women are always asking me my advice about men. I got a letter from a girl. She says, Miss Pepper, she says, how come men are not romantic if the word romance has the word man in it? I says, well, probably the same reason that everything painful to women begins with the male gender. You got your menopause, menstruation, hysterectomy, gynecology, mental illness, hemorrhoids. We're just different than men. If you ever regret being a woman, just remember we got off the Titanic first. And we can scare our male bosses with weird gynecological disorders. But no fashion faux pas could a woman ever commit rival the Speedo bathing suit. So I got another letter from a young girl, and she says, Miss Pepper, how will I know that I've met the right guy? I said, well, it's very important that a man helps you around the house. It's very important that a man knows that you're always right. It's very important that a man tells you and shows you that he loves you every day. And it's very important that these three men don't know each other. Now, before I go, the most popular question that I always get is, Miss Pepper, why is it women seem to gain weight when they get married? And I says, well, when you're single, you come home from work, you see what's in the refrigerator, and you go to bed. When you're married, you come home, you see what's in the bed, you go to that refrigerator. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.